Yeah, welcome to iPress TV, man. I'm Isaac. This is my second video on the channel. I want to talk about a few things on the PSL, man. I think it's exciting. I think some people can be disappointed how the football is not on that level, But there are some few things that are positive on the league, man, and some teams are really trying to give it a go and trying to challenge for that second spot because already Sundowns has taken that first spot long time ago, and the way it seems, yeah, it seems like Sundowns is going to win the league again. So unfortunately, but uh, but fortunately for Sundowns fans, yeah, because they'll be excited about it. But I want to talk about a few things, man. I think first thing first, I want to talk about the Stellies, the Stellies consistency. I read somewhere on the report say they're 20 games unbeaten. That's insane, man. Uh, the the way the technical team of Stellenbosch, uh, conduct the team. I think they got it right, man. And they are pushing the team, with youngsters. They are pushing the team with youngsters, and those youngsters are not disappointing, The likes of Adams, I think, he might not be at Stellies next season, you know. You can quote me on that. I think he won't be at Stellies next season because of his consistency, on the middle of the park, him and Dooley, man, Dooley are doing very, very good job on the middle of the park, and the likes of Van Rooyen, who I think and believe should at least get a call up in Bafana Bafana, team. He's been consistent maybe for 3 seasons now, and that's another player I don't think maybe still is they will be able to keep if the other teams are coming knocking. I don't think that like he'll be at the Stellies, football club next season. Also, I think him and Adams should compete at the highest level club, and currently Sundowns is, you know, I think is a good team for both two players. You know, they really deserve to play, care football, but still is on their run. They can qualify to and go in and compete at the CAF Champions Cup. But the thing is, you know, how those two players specifically, have shown the glimpse and shown they can compete at the highest level. I think definitely teams will come poaching for those two players. But I want to give a shout out to Coach Man Barker, man. He's been consistent ever since, and 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 big ups to Stellenbosch to sticking to him. They stood by him since they came to the PSL. Gained the promotion from Motsepe Foundation, and then they are still trusting the process, and the process has, in this regard, has benefited the team. I think for me they've been the best team this season. You know, I know Sundowns at the top of the league, but for me, still is, with those young players, have been the best club this season. I can give them that. You know, and I want to talk about you know the way the team has set the footprint on behavior. They fired Macheke out of the team. And he was good on the team. He was playing good proper football. He was chilling on the system. So I don't know the behavioral conduct. Uh, he managed to get himself on the receiving end. But he's a proper baller, man. But unfortunately, the team had to let him go, and they had to let go again Sukhota, you know, on the same issues. So I think the team has put a footprint on the behavior, conduct, and if the players are not following the orders, they'll show you the exit door. And I think that's the most perfect example any team especially like playing with youngsters on the team, can show a conduct just to say, man, hey, this is how we are supposed to conduct ourselves as players, you know, and we are here to play football and nothing else. And if you want the free time just to go outside and do as you please, there's the door. And that set as example to other players to say you are here and we mean serious business. So shout out to Stellies, man. I really dig the team. I really think they're doing a very good job. You know, the club as a whole, the progression of the team, the development of the team. I think like they're going far as a team. You know, and I believe they should go and hold on to that second spot and go compete at the CAF Champions League. And I think they have the means, the budget, you know, to go and compete on that level. And I think they can challenge on that level also. You know, they remind me of the young TS Galaxy team in 2019-2020 season when they won the Nepal Cup and qualified for the CAF Confederations Cup. They went there and gave it a fight and gave the teams in Africa, you know, good run for their money. So I think this team also deserves to be there and just go and you know represent, man. Um, the other thing I want to talk about is Kaizer Chiefs management leadership, man. I think Kaizer Chiefs management and their leadership holistically should step aside and assign other people from outside who have expertise to run the team. You know, they can do a head count, you know, from people who run football clubs at the highest level. Because I believe Kaizer Chiefs as an institution, as a well-run team, deserve leadership that can like, put the team again on a challenging, you know, for challenging for trophies. I mean, for challenging for the league titles and put smiles on the fans faces again, man. Because these fans have been loyal to this team, and we have seen. Uh, you know, the last game against Chiefs, sold out affair on the nil-nil draw against Cape Town City, sold out affair, and especially against home away from home, Kaizer Chiefs has been consistent in selling out stadiums, man. It's just unfortunately like on the FNB stadium, you know, it's only the derby game where it goes sold out. But I believe these fans deserve a chance. I also believe maybe if it's not there, Kaizer Chiefs should you know create a board, you know, and usher you know, fan just to maybe two fans just to go and sit on those table, you know, also just to you know have a say on where the club is going, how the fan are feeling, you know, and where the team should take the direction. Because I think as much as fans, we sometimes we expect a lot, you know, but we have the 2 cents to say, hey, this is not going in the right direction. We feel like this can go this direction, and maybe from some input can help the team, you know, just to steer in the right direction a bit, you know. But the leadership should step aside. Killer Chiefs are doing very good job, you know, on the marketing side, PR side. You know, I think it's the best in the league on selling the club. You know, but they are selling the club on the highest level, but they are not selling the club on the pitch. You know, sometimes the football must talk on the pitch too. You know, and I believe Kaizer Chiefs players, some of them really are not deserving to be there, but some of them really deserve to be there. You know, they have really good players. I think, you know, the likes of Missy Mango. He was captain in TS Galaxy, man, and he was one of the best defenders in the league when he was there. You know, and I don't think he has done badly on his first season coming from TS Galaxy as a Kaizer Chiefs player. I think he's been good. Has you know, and the partnership with Ditlokwe, exceptional. You know, it just been unfortunate Ditlokwe got injured and just that unstabilized the defense a bit. But I think Kaizer Chiefs should change the management because every coach who step inside that technical area, every post match interviews, press conferences, they talk about the Kaizer Chiefs way, and they talk about taking the Kaizer Chiefs, you know, football club playing the Kaizer Chiefs way, but we really do not see the Kaizer Chiefs way, and we are getting confused about the Kaizer Chiefs way, man. I think the club should go appoint a director. I think the club should go find some people who can scout in, and do the proper assessment on players. They can scout and profile the players who can play for the club. Profile players according to the PSS standard, because I believe somewhere we sign players, but they are not really, like meeting the required standard to play in the PSL, the required standard to play in Kaiser Chiefs jersey, you know. So I think if the management assign people who can lead the team forward and step back around the club from behind, you know, I think maybe the team can get a fair chance on competing again, man. And who to appoint on the coach next season? The candidates are there, but we just need someone who can stem the authority on the team, someone who cannot be controlled about from take a control from the leadership point of view on who to field, not to field, how they play the Kaizer Chiefs should play, how the coach should play. I think there's someone who can come and step in, someone who can step with the authority and know and be known on his strength on how to run the club and how to conduct the players to play his football and his style of play. And I think that can take Kaizer Chiefs at least to compete for trophies, and maybe later in years and seasons can compete for the league titles, you know. But for now, we're just waiting, and as fans, we just want that smile on our faces. So let's see how far, you know, this boat can take us. But so far, man, it's not really going well, and I think management should should just, you know, not pride themselves on saying we run the team, this is our team, this is a family business, but really pride themselves to see the team going back to the top of the log, going top of South African football specifically, players going to play for the national team and adding very, 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 you know, good addition of the national team, and not just, you know, playing for the top eight. And the top eight we're playing for, we're not really winning the top eight, so it's not really, really, really like beneficial to our receiving end. So I think Kaizer Chief leadership should step aside. The another thing I want to talk about, and I want to give congratulations to Tonolo Siema. He's a good coach. He showed glimpses at Chipa United, Bloemfontein Celtic, Golden Arrows. Polokwane City, they were playing very good football at Polokwane City. But I think leaving good Polokwane City now, as we see, it's been a good decision by him. You know, maybe now because of like he have a good team, good structured team, good run team, and good matured players like the likes of Figo, the likes of Mokoto. They have a team to show, and they have a team to to win and challenge. And 5 games win in a row, coach of the month. Third spot I think, third spot, fourth spot I think. Last time I checked, they're going in the right directions, and I think playing at the CAF Competitions Cup gave them, an edge and on that performance and a push and the experience to come and, compete in the PSL. So that's been a good run on their side, and I believe they should stick with him, even if maybe the performance sometimes can, deteriorate. But I believe they should stick with him. He's a good coach, a brilliant coach. So let's see, the rest of the season how far they can push. But as as the game's going, I think they'll compete. I think top four, definitely they'll get top four. So another thing, Pirates dropping points, man. Pirates are dropping points on the games that are not supposed to drop points. The game against Gold Arrows, winning 7-1, I think they did good, great job against. They played and showed like they're a big club, and they stamped the authority. And I believe every game, even if they're not winning 7-1 on the scoreline, but I believe like they should win every game, because that team, man, They have a good squad, good coach, good technical team, and the team right now is well run. They won three trophies consecutively. On the first season of the coach, he won two trophies, which is prolific, by the way. And I believe they can challenge Mamelodi Sundowns, for the league title. But the problem is sometimes they drop points they're not supposed to drop. You're not supposed to drop points. Against the games against Saulos, they were not supposed to drop those points. And they're dropping points on the games they're taking control on most of the time. They're, they're getting control on the game most of their most of their time, but most of the time, but they're really not taking 3 points. You know, and I think that's been the detriment for challenging for the league title. And that's I think if they continue this way, they will not get any near Mamelodi Sundowns, any near Mamelodi Sundowns in the next 2 seasons. But quality wise, I think they gonna go. They can go. They can go pound to pound with Mamelodi Sundowns. So they have to stick it out and stop dropping points. And I believe it's been their downfall this season and maybe two past season also. You know, uh, the other thing I want to talk about, young best player of the season, man. And I have two, Campbell and Mufugeng. And Mufugeng currently is my favorite. You know, he's shown maturity. You know, sometimes Pirates rely on him on starting plays. You know, conducting. The tempo of the game. They rely on him, and I think he is the strong favorite of becoming the young